Hello and welcome to Thatto Heath in St Helens for the Betfred Round 1 Challenge Cup clash between Thatto Heath Crusaders and Orrell St James's. It's a gripping contest that lies ahead for us, with these two community clubs battling out for the next spot in the Challenge Cup. And I'm delighted, to be joined by a man who knows all about getting to the hallowed turf at Wembley. He's done it no more than 4 times with 4 different clubs. It's the former England international halfback Kevin Brown. Kev, absolutely delighted to have you here, mate.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. There's a bit of needle in this match as well. It's 2 community clubs, one from Wigan, one from Saints. We know the rivalry over the hill, and Kai Siani, he's made the move from Orrell St James to Thatto Heath in the off-season, so I think there'll be a bit of a welcoming party in the opening couple of sets, Kyle.
Well, you're right to mention that. These two sides met back in August in the National Cup final. Thatto Heath, of course, winning that 24-28, but 4 yellow cards in that one, Kev, so there'll be plenty of spice ahead of this.
Well, I think that's what everyone's expecting today. You look behind us and it's a real fair play to the groundsman and the coaching staff for getting this pitch so good. So I think it'll be a lot quicker than everyone expects, but there's definitely going to be a bit of physicality and a bit of needle in this match.
Well, we saw Orrell in the first round of the Cup last year, Kevin. We've seen the crowd and we know how much that meant to the community club. There's a real opportunity here, not only for Thatto Heath, but both of these sides as well, with Halifax in the next round.
Well, this is what the Challenge Cup brings, and if they dare to dream, they get Catalans in the round after that as well, so that's been drawn too. So they've got 2 heavyweights, but this is what the competition's so good for. It gives people in the community a chance to watch their local superstars playing in the same competition as the Saints and the Wigan and the Warrington players. So there'll be lots of people here today, lots of people coming over from Wigan at Orrell and supporting them, and likewise for St Helens fans and Thatto Heath fans out on the turf.
Well, before any of those dare to dream, we caught up with the 2 coaches as they previewed ahead of what is going to be a mouth-watering clash here on the Sportsman. So, Mike, we're here. The game was cancelled last week, but now we're ready for this one. What was the preparations been like heading into this, and was there any sort of disruption with the build-up?
Not, to be honest, yeah, obviously the pitch was terrible last week. It was ice and all that, but we've been training in the gym on a Tuesday. Adam Daniels' place, well, I'd like to thank him for that. It's a good setup. The lads, we've been using that every Tuesday, so we always plan the Tuesday sessions at gym. The Thursday, I looked at the forecast, I thought we'll get a field session, and unfortunately the weather did. Half of the pitch wasn't right, but we did manage to get some kind of shape and stuff like that. But it's pre-season, so I'm up filling the lungs really. So yeah, even if we didn't have the pitch, we could have just gone on some hills and stuff.
Yeah, well, of course, look, it's the first run out for you in 2025, but last season didn't go as planned as what you would have liked. What are you hoping to get out of this fixture today?
Yeah, last year, obviously I've had a few things and interviews, and last year wasn't good enough for our standards, not for me as a coach and players, the commitment. We managed to stay up. Yeah, that's great, but you want to be in the playoffs, don't you? And we was nowhere near that level. So yeah, what am I expecting today? I'm expecting the same attitude I've had for the last 6 weeks. The lads are promising me the world, a couple of new faces. I'm going to be honest, I've been here, coaching 7 years, second team, and this has been the toughest pre-season. I've made sure they wanted it, and I'm getting the right vibes. Listen, it's first run out. I know they're going to gas a little bit, but I'm hoping for the same attitude, to be honest, yeah.
Yeah, and turning our attentions to today, you know, the crowd, we're going to have a lot of people in, a lot of kids in, a lot of the people in from the local community, but what does that do in terms of, you know, what does it mean, for the club of Thatto Heath?
Yeah, I mean, I talked to a lot of people about this. We need to invest in the game at the top, but for me, this is where it is. There's going to be a lot of young kids here today, and the cameras are here and things like that. It just shows that, you know, you don't have to go to the top all the time. Amateur, you can be on the telly, you can make good things, and, you know, I watched Waterside yesterday. There's dogs running about and fishermen walking past, and this is for me what it's all about for the club. We had Featherstone last year, but this is a local amateur, you know, 2 amateur teams going in toe to toe. There could be a couple of 100 watching. What more could you want? These lads don't get paid, do you know what I mean? So we're on it, yeah.
Oh, we wish you all the best this afternoon.
Right, cheers, thank you.
Sean, I'll ask you the same question that started with Mike. Obviously the game cancelled last week, but has it affected your preparation in terms of, you know, getting ready for this contest?
Not really. I mean, obviously we've had 2 extra sessions. We had a session yesterday morning, a light session. Thursday night we had another session, but I wouldn't say we're any more prepared or under-prepared. It's, you know, first game. We've had 3 or 4 training sessions leading into it, so it's just a case of seeing how you go, you know, because it's a long season. If you start preparing for this in September, your lads get fed up by June and July, so we've prepared like really we're preparing for the season as opposed to this game. But we are prepared, we're ready to go.
And obviously it's a big game this afternoon, coming up against an NCL top side. Many people having you guys down as the underdogs. Is that anything that's been spoken about through the week?
No, not really. I mean, we're happy to be underdogs. It's a game. I don't see us winning the Challenge Cup, so it's a game that we're hoping to be competitive in. If the odds are right and Thatto are that much better than us, so be it. If not, I'm sure we'll give them a game. They know that from the National Cup final we played against them. We generally give everybody a game, so we're not too concerned that they're a couple of divisions higher than us, and our lads are ready to play, and just see how it goes on the day.
And how does a game like today, prepare you guys for the rest of your competition?
I think it's double-edged sword. It helps a little bit, but it hinders a little bit because we're starting the season in January, where our season starts on the 8th of March. So your preparation's a bit disrupted. Like we said, we're not, you're trying to prepare for this, but you really want to prepare for your season as such. I just think for us though, as a community club, entering a competition like this and getting in a competition like this, it's good for the club as a whole because they can see there is a pathway there for the kids who don't make the pro game. I think it's really good for the lads to be, big thanks to the Sportsman for showing it again, because it's nice for the lads to get on the telly, and it's great for the people who can't get out here in this cold weather to be able to sit at home and us to showcase our club as well as Thatto Heath and the amateur game in general. So yeah, massive thanks for the Sportsman and the RFL for keep putting amateur teams in this comp.
Well, thanks very much, Sean. We wish you all the best this afternoon.
Cheers, Carl, much appreciated.
So there we have it, the thoughts of the two coaches ahead of this one. But let's have a look at how they're lining up. The home team starting off at full back with Sean Lester, and the rest of the back five being made up by Mason Phillips, Adam Saunders, Josh Krellin and Kane Guilford. In the halves you have Jack Jones and Ryan Horton, and then up front, a front row of Kai Siani, the former Orrell St James's player, now starts on a prop here today with Lewis Forster, Brad Ashurst, a back row of Jamie Tracy, Jamie Holroyd and Andy Lee locking it all in. The bench is Owens, Carr, Pauls and Max Dudley. And then what about the visiting side of Orrell St James is here? Well, this is how Sean McHugh lines up the full 17. James Causey drops from half-back into full-back with the absence of Sam Burns, and Tom Hart, Liam McLaughlin, Callum Taylor and Jack Gallagher make up the back line. And then with Brad Callan and Jamie Allen at the halves, Tom Whittle, Ben Cottrell, Johnny Griffith, Ben Torford, Jake Williams and Sam Lewis there to lock up the 13. Joe Charnock, Nathan Ellis, Scott Taylor and Joel Heaton complete the bench. So, joined alongside me, Kevin Brown, a man who knows how to get to Wembley. He's done it no more than 4 times. As the players walk past that trophy, Kev, delighted to have you up here in commentary this afternoon.
Yeah, delighted to be here. This is what the Challenge Cup is all about, the grassroots game. It supports this, but this is massive in terms of these players' careers. There's there's a lot of nerves going into this game. There's a fair bit of needle as well, Kyle. There's like you mentioned before, Kai Siani, the front rower now, playing his trade at Thatto Heath, was once an OSJ man for a long time, so this is actually his debut against his former club, so really interested to watch that battle. But two sides full of young lads who have been around the pro game, wanting to make a statement here at the local clubs.
Yeah, well, we'll now just observe a minute's silence for Dave Innes and Lenny Blundell, lifelong supporters of the Thatto Heath club since the 80s, who sadly passed away during the off-season. So there'll be a minute's silence observed for those two. So there we have it. As the teams line up with Thatto Heath to our right, as we're seeing. And Orrell just having a little get-together. Another word, Kev. Kev, what do you think's been said in amongst that group just before this kick-off?
Yeah, well, they want to stay in the game. I spoke to the coach before the game and I said, what does he see his chances? They're clearly underdogs today. This Thatto Heath side are very, very well coached, very, star-studded team. So they just want to stay in the game as long as they can. They've got a couple of makeshift changes in the halves as well, Kyle. So they'll just be trying to, I think, get under the skin of Thatto Heath initially. And I'm really interested to see where they kick this ball. Will they kick it to Kaisiani and lay the gauntlet down with Whitty and the rest of the front row?
Well, we are underway here. And it is going towards that man, Kaisiani, who gets his hands on the ball. And there's a big carry. Oh, and it is as well. Good carry there from Siani.
Big shot by Sam Lewis, number 15 today.
And they now move over to that right-hand side of the field here. Just working their way through these early players. Just important for them to get their hands on the ball. That's a big carry there.
Great offload too, Kyle.
No penalty given away. And Orrell just need to settle down in this. You don't really want to be giving those early penalties away. That's play 3. And they just allowed Thatto Heath just to clear their own NBDs there, Kev. Beautiful offload here.
Yeah, Brad Ashurst, number 17. Just so difficult. Real nuggety style front rower. Carried the ball, offloaded it, and unfortunately for the Orrell St James side, they concede a penalty in the first set.
Well, restart this set here. There's a big man, Jamie Tracy, who's a decent operator at this level. They just cross over into the halfway line, moving the ball to this left edge, and they've got numbers out here if they can throw the ball. And just decides to take that carry. There's Jamie Holroyd, older brother of Adam Holroyd over at Warrington Wolves. And Siani is well met there by Sam Lewis. A little dart out of 9 there from Foster. And just nearly 20 metres away. This is the first chance, the first opportunity in this end of the field. A slow play of the ball here. Ball out to this right-hand side. Beautiful ball. Oh, just can't quite take it in there, Mason Phillips. Well, the idea was right, Kev, but the execution not quite where it needed to be.
Yeah, it's such a great service at this time of the year here at Thatto Heath. We joked with the head coach previously before the game, and he deserves a massive amount of credit, Woodsy, for getting such a good service. And unfortunately, the ambition couldn't be matched by the execution, but I think the ball will be moved a lot today, Kyle.
Yeah, that ball there from Sam Lester just evading Mason Phillips on that far side of the field. But now it's Orrell's turn to roll their sleeves up and get through this set.
Yeah, big Johnny Griff meeting his old sparring partner there, Kaisiani. And this is what you expect, Kyle, isn't it, at the start of the game? 2 front rows going at each other.
Yeah, quick play of the ball there from Gallagher. And a little scamper out here from Cottrell. That's 3 players gone and they're just shy of the halfway line. And they decide to go back through the middle of the field there through Sam Lewis. Tackle 5. A huge hanging kick up in the air there. Awkward bounce. And well met there by James Colsey, who brings it back well.
Let's move behind the line. No, it's okay. No, stand
Lester,
up.
sorry.
Stand up. Go 1. No noise. Yes, don't worry. Don't. 2. Let's move. Here we are.
Yeah, you can hear the shouts now coming from both sides. Discipline, lads, discipline. They know how important it is at the start of this game just to stay in this contest, stay in the arm wrestle, we call it. The kick was allowed to bounce, but I think territory will be more of an aspect that they'll look to do next time.
Yeah, and this ball's now moved over to Holroyd, who runs a decent line there. Quick play of the ball. They're coming again down this left edge. It's Horton. And Josh Crane there, just tackled 15 metres away. Tackle 5. Horton ships it on. Kick there from Jones. Out of that right edge. Offloaded there to Phillips. What can Phillips do here? He's still going. Oh, he gets the offload away, but credit to Orrell. They're in the right place at the right time, Tom Hart.
Yeah, beautiful interception there. They're hanging on here, Orrell St James. I think Thatto Heath, what they're doing.
It's a big mistake there, Kev.
Yeah, and that's not going to help things, is it, Kyle? When you you get the ball back after almost, conceding points.
And you can see here the offload there from Phillips. Tom Hart in the right place at the right time. But then the error off the play of the ball following that just gives Thatto Heath a real opportunity in front of what I have to say, Kev, is a big crowd here today.
Yeah, huge turnout, and they're still spilling in, aren't they? I think it just shows the appetite for this game, the contest, and a bit of rivalry between two clubs. It's a real healthy rivalry. It's a great place to come, this Thatto Heath, great facilities. I think the St Helens team have been training here over the last couple of weeks with the weather in the barn. But yeah, Orrell St James have got it all on here, defending from a scrum, 10 metres out from your own line. It's almost the hardest position to defend from a scrum. You've got 5 blokes defending, albeit 75% of the field, so difficult ask on player one.
Yeah, it sure is. And you've got this left edge, I just like the way that Thatto Heath have moved the ball early on in this game. And keep your eye out here for the number 5, Keane Guilford, an ex-St Helens player himself in the academy. He knows his way to the try line, and it looks like they're going to move the ball out to this left-hand side, and it comes this way. And it's Leicester. He's well tackled there by Brad Callan.
Yeah, Brad Callan normally plays in the pack, and he's doing a job for Sean McHugh today in the half-back role. Good defence there.
And Holroyd once more. 5 metres away. On the back it goes, wonderful hands, and it's the former Orrell St James's man in Kai Siani who strikes first here this afternoon. A wonderful little pass there. One middle to the other, and it's Kai Siani, Kev, who gets over, and it's 4-0, kick to come.
Well, you can see the outpour of emotion there from Kai Siani. It means so much to the big man. He was also on the books at St Helens as a youngster. Very well placed there, but I thought it was the beautiful soft hands by Brad Ashurst, his front row partner. You'll know all about this, where your front row is like truck and trailer. When they go as a pair, he's such a difficult man. You've got to get in front of him. And they load up in front of the big man, and it's beautiful soft hands, and you've got to say a great line. But that's been coming, Kyle. The opening 6 minutes has all been, red and black.
Yeah, and you have to say, Orrell have started the game with a penalty, then an error, 10 metres out from their own line, and the net result is this, stood all behind your sticks. Well, you're right to mention the interplay there between the two forwards. Beautiful soft hands from Ashurst, and just a hard line from Kai Siani. And it's Ryan Horton who's on kicking duties today. Former Wigan scholarship man. He just knocks that over. It's 6-0.
It's really important now, isn't it, that they let that go and they get back in the game. If they go one more, 2 more scores behind, then it is a real battle. Subconsciously you come here as underdogs. You want to start the game well. I think they've done the opposite so far. So really important they just get a grip of the game, get a grip of the field position, and have the first share of the ball too.
Look, I think it's also important to mention that the levels that these two sides play are obviously Orrell at North West Counties, and Thatto Heath sat in the Premiership of the NCL. And it is the first run out here today, but so far it's Thatto Heath who started the brighter as expected.
Let's move. Here we are. It's a good 10 again. It's a good 10. No, stand up. No, you're not getting down.
There's Phillips again. Just carries to inside. Crosses his own 40.
Go to.
And it's Tracy there, who straightens up and goes through the front door once more.
Let's move. Make this line now.
Yeah, they play and they set up in great shape, don't they? They're a very well coached side, the Thatto Heath side.
Oh, lovely hands there from Ashurst again.
4. Let's move.
We saw that from Ashurst already. Just a couple of nice little soft passes. Just isolating defenders. He's here again with his hands on the ball. This time he decides to carry it. Oh,
welcome.
Big shot. Siani out the back here. Jones, little kick through. It's a scruffy one as well, but it's well collected and well returned.
Yeah, that's Jack Gallagher. He's very, very assured under any sort of pressure. He normally comes away and does a fantastic job on the right wing for Orrell St James.
Yeah, Liam McLaughlin now getting his hands on the ball. That pass looked a little bit forward there. And Johnny Griffiths, they get away with it. Well, 3 carries and 20 metres gained here. They just need to get to the end of this set to Orrell, find a decent kick. They just straighten up on that far side of the field with Sam Lewis.
Go.
Tom Whittle now. He's a decent player, isn't he, Tom Whittle?
Yeah, big, strong, captains the side.
And the kick comes in now.
Give it 10.
It's a low one.
Okay, all good. Player.
Sean Lester looks to straighten up. It's a decent. They're getting 20 metres on the kick return carries.
Yeah, they're starting the sets really quickly, aren't they? And you would just say that they need to either get the ball off the island and give the forwards a breather, or just put it down a little bit further and give them, a bit of a chance, make this pack turn round, because we've already seen how good Brad Ashurst is on the front foot. He's here once again.
And this time he just dumps the ball back to his other middle.
Wait. Go 4.
And a jump out at 9 there. Hands going out to this right-hand side. It's Lester. Lester does well to beat one.
5.
Tackle made there. Last tackle here.
Go.
One little kick through there. And it looks like Colsey's got it. No, Gallagher's going to let that run out, and it's 20 metres. Just a bit too long on that kick, really, Kev.
Yeah, they're almost praying for that, where Orrell, they needed something like that. And what it's done, this amount of possession, is a couple of things. It's let Thatto Heath settle into the game and get, into a structure. They back that up now with a penalty. And the energy levels as well, I'm sure. Again, they'll just take the time here and try and build some pressure and momentum. They don't have to score in this set, but they just want to stay down there as long as they can now, Kyle.
Yeah, well, you just see the high shot there on Jack Gallagher.
He's missed
and
it.
Yeah, you have to be able to nail those. And it just means that the pressure is all back on the visiting side here.
We'll hold.
Yeah, and it was an unconventional kick from an unconventional halfback. Brad Calland mentioned before there's a forward, and he looked like a forward kicking that ball then.
Andy Lee getting through some work already, gets a play of the ball for Foster. Foster out to Ashurst. Ashurst to Jones. Jones out to Lester. And they're coming down this left edge. And there's Guildford. Can he finish? No. He decides to little kick back through, but it doesn't quite work out. And Gallagher just drops his shoulder and sends him over the whitewash.
Well, I think that's a bit of a lack of patience there by Keane Guildford. He's a great finisher, like you mentioned before. I thought he could have had time, and he did have time, just to cut back in here. He puts the ball on the floor, and it's a complete roll of the dice. Orrell get another let off, and it's really important. We've mentioned over and over again how important it is that they just get through the set and come away with a good kick. They're still in this game.
Well, we're almost 12 minutes gone, and the visiting side haven't really had any decent field position whatsoever. Our heads have predominantly been turned to the left as they look to roll down the field and clear their own end once more.
So they're carried by big Johnny Griff.
That's fine, play on.
Short pass there, and it looks like it's gone forward, yeah. Just overran there.
Yeah, the number of times that they've just served up possession so cheaply. That's the third occasion on the play, 1 or 2, that they've give the ball back to the opposition.
Ben Cottrell just jumps out and just holds it a little bit long, and then the line from Lewis is just a bit overran. And it's another cheap error, you have to say, Kev.
It is, and we're in between both coaching staffs, and you can just hear Sean McHugh just saying we just need to get through our sets and give ourselves a chance.
Oh, Crayon does well there. Snaps hard off his left foot. Finds his front. Wants a quick play of the ball, doesn't get one. And it's Ashurst again. Offload. Over to that right side, it's Siani. And they're setting up on this left-hand side of the field. It comes through Jones. Jones out the back. Holroyd. Holroyd holds it. Holroyd does well. He's still going, but he's put down 5 metres away.
Go, 3.
Horton. On to Lee. Soft ball to Siani.
Oh, there's an issue. The right shoulder there. I think it's Jamie Allen.
I think it's Ben Cottrell who's lying in a heap under all that, Kev.
Yep, you're right. He came in and it was a great read. But unfortunately for the hooker, he's come off second best and he looks like he's got a shoulder or pectoral injury. There is a great hooker on the bench in Joe Charnock, but I'm sure Sean McHugh and the rest of his coaching staff was hoping to bring him on more of an impact role later on in the piece. Again, the twos play by the front rowers is causing them issues. It was a try first and they've tried to shut it down, but On that occasion, such a big body to get in front of.
Well, it looks like he's going to be okay. Oh, no, he's not. No, that change has been made, Kev, you're right. And on comes Joe Charnock.
Well, if okay means he's running to his parents to get his shoulder put back in, then he is okay. And that looks a real sore one. But the shoulder is back in now, Kyle.
Yeah, good line here now, though. 3 metres away, tackle 5. Forster, out the back. Holton, neat kick over the top. Is Phillips there? Phillips, oh, he just can't take it in. Well, the idea was right once again. Ryan Horton, beautiful eyes, brilliant crossfield kick, but young Mason Phillips just can't take it in, Kev.
Yeah, I thought that was a sensational. Well, first of all, vision, and then the execution. I think the winger there needs to do better and score that try. But again, they're hanging in there. If they can, get through this period without any more points, they're still in the fight. Yeah. But at some point, they have to learn from the mistakes.
Yeah, that's perhaps maybe one thing that Mike Woods might be a bit disappointed with, the fact that they've only got 6 on the board, given the amount of possession that they've had down that end of the field. Well, it's Orrell.
Johnny Griffiths again, the brother of Matt G. Ex-Super League player, now he's playing his straight at Bradford Bulls.
Here goes Charnock. Bit of speed out of 9 there.
Go forward, not square 9. Okay.
An early kick over the top.
Hey, and there's pressure here now, Kyle. Guildford under pressure off Gallagher.
And Guildford's there, and he tries to straighten up back through the middle of the field. Well, that's a good chase. That's a great chase, Kevin. That's exactly what Orrell needed.
Yeah, they need to be clean now, and that's what they're not.
Yeah.
Joe Charnock's, he's popped the balloon there. The pressure was just building. Big release in pressure.
They just haven't had any foothold in the game in terms of any position whatsoever. As we head in 15 minutes in, and they do everything so well. The chase was really, really good, and they just let themselves down in that final bit.
Midway, this is good here. Okay.
This is still a decent place to start from. It wasn't a great touch finder.
Oh, and Tracy just rolls forward there. Easy 10 metres, Kev, for Tracy. Gets to the centre of the field. And he come back through. Over on with Crennan. Saunders, I beg your pardon. Ashurst. Soft pass to Lee. Lee met well there by Sam Lewis. And it's Ashurst again. How many times have we said his name so far?
Yeah, he's a real handful, isn't he? He's barrel-chested, and he holds that ball out, and he looks to promote the ball before and after the line.
Jones, and that's a good line back through the middle of the field, and it's a wonderful, wonderful play, and he's still going, and Saunders gets there. Adam Saunders, against the grain, just opens Orrell far too easy through the middle of the field and gets the second try of the afternoon. A beautiful little drop off there by Jack Jones, and a brilliant, brilliant line from Adam Saunders, who just slices through.
Yeah, you can see clearly the fatigue. Johnny Griff just overchased. Sam Lewis couldn't make up the gap, but I thought his patience, it looked like he was going to tackle himself there, Adam Saunders. But he had the presence of mind and the strength and ability to twist and turn and promote that ball.
Yeah, it just opened up far too easy. And again, Kev, a bit like the first try, it all came about through another penalty. A penalty and an error. Orrell, they're just not really helping themselves whatsoever in this contest.
Yeah, and the ironic thing is, the one time that they got a great kick and actually turned this real big physical pack around, then unfortunately Joe Charnock just spoiled the ruck too much. The referee gave the penalty, rightly so, and then off the back of that, they've just done too much work. Thatto Heath, I've been really impressed by the way they've been moving the ball and challenging, out wide, but on that occasion to turn the ball back underneath and come at the middle again was a real smart play.
So there we are. Horton adds the extras. You just see it here again. Just Jack Jones just dropping Saunders through there. There's a missed tackle. He almost trips himself up, like you mentioned, Kev, but he does well to score. And it's 12-0. It's 17 minutes on the clock gone.
Yeah, and if this was, a boxing match, you'd be saying that at some point they need to start firing a few punches themselves. It's just been relentless, a wave of pressure. And they've had all the ball, haven't they, Thatto Heath?
Well, Brad Callan restarts us off once more. to that man, Kaisiani, who looks to find the back rower, and he does well to get that far across the field and spot Jake Williams. And that's better from Orrell. Defensively, just getting some numbers in, driving them back. And Ashurst with his hands on the ball once more. This time, dummies the ball, tries to an offload. Can't get it away. Lee straightens up again and keeps his legs going. And that's tackle 4 here, 2 more in this set. Siani with his second carry does well, gets in between those two. Quick play, the ball wanted. Tackle 5. And it's Jones with a hanging kick. Oh, it's another mistake. It's another mistake this time. It's Tom Hart on that left side of the field, but it's deemed to have gone backwards.
Yeah, it's almost the perfect set after points, isn't it? That's what you want. You want to go straight through the middle, come up with a great kick, and you know, like you say, the winger Tom Hart's having a real tough day over there, and now he's took a knock on top of the error. But luckily for Orrell, they still are in this fight. They've still got the ball. They just need to build some momentum and try and get some energy back in the legs, because at the minute I'm just looking through this side. Big Tom Whittle looks like he's got tired legs out there.
Yeah, there's no ruck speed whatsoever for them. They can't create any momentum whatsoever. And they're trying to now go back through that middle of the field. Sam Lewis, he's met by Lee. Sam Lewis, of course, returning from Australia, having played for Mullumbimby. Tom Whittle, well met by Holroyd. That's better. Quick play of the ball. Here goes Charnock. Kick over the top. Keane Guildford chasing back, and Leicester's there too. And Leicester there just restarts that set off.
Yeah, nice play from the fullback in the right place at the right time, and now Guildford carries on play 2. Just lost a little bit of shape now, Kyle, this Thatto Heath side. I think they're happy that, you know, they feel like they can blow straight through the middle of this Orrell St James middle.
Yeah, you mentioned they've moved the ball quite a bit, and here comes Max Dudley, another grafting type of front rower. He'll just carry that ball forward all afternoon. And he does well, but they're just getting a little bit of ruck speed in. Jump out from 9.
No, it's fine. That's fine. Let's move. Go, last one.
Horton onto Jones. Jones fires it out to Saunders. The try scored a moment ago. Little kick through. It's going to be too long. Just a bit too long there from Saunders.
They looked like a great option, didn't it? The execution probably just a bit too much on it. Again, the 7 tackles off the back of that. It's really important that they use all 7 of them.
Let's move. Hold. Hold.
And they needed this, did Orrell.
I think this will be the first time, if he does find the touch.
Yeah.
We know what happened previously. If he can find the touch, this will be the first time that they actually start a set in the territory. It's not going to make it.
Oh.
Luckily this time it does just, but it comes off the finger of Keane Guildford.
Surely I was thinking, not twice.
You wouldn't be happy with your front rower there, would you, Kyle?
Certainly not, no. Definitely not.
You've done all that work and you just want the ball to go into touch.
Allen restarts us off from 9. It's Johnny Griffiths again. He's put his hand up to take some hard carries this afternoon as Griffiths. Charnock to Whittle. He's heading 15 metres away from this right edge. And it's Charnock. Moving the ball once more down to this left-hand side. Here comes Allen. Short pass there to Tordoff. And this is the first real opportunity for Orrell in this game, in this part of the field. Lewis.
No, going down.
He decides just to take it 12 metres away. Causey. Short pass. Offload here at the start. A chance here is Causey again.
It's a great offload.
Let's move.
Tackle 5.
Go, 5.
They come out the back. Kick through there. Oh, but it's well read. Beautifully read there, Kev.
Yeah, the fullback Leicester again. He's in exactly the right position. He spotted that Brad Callan was putting it on his on his toe to aim for the post, and he just fell out of the line. Like you say, he collected it and returned it with a bit of interest as well. So you would say that they more than matched the Orrell St James's attack there. It was a great offload by the centre, Liam McLaughlin. See the replay, brilliant pick up.
That's Max Dudley now. He works his way just to try and get as many metres as he can. It's an early kick on play 4. And Jack Gallagher has to do a little bit of work to get back behind it, and he does so well.
Yeah, nice kick by the hooker, Lewis Forster, and he tries to make the tackle, but Gallagher breaks the first 2.
That's a good return, Kev.
That's a great carry.
Tom Hart now.
That's where he'll want to carry the ball, won't it? Instead of turning round and catching it and having a wave of defence in his back, he's carrying it, and now he's up to the 40-metre line.
There's Allen. He's taking it forward once more there. He's toed off. Charnock waits. Griffiths. Dumped hard into the floor.
Big man's down. He's the cousin of Johnny Lomax as well. He's struggling. That's a great shot, and I think he's in a different planet at the moment, Johnny Griffiths.
That's a beautiful under the ball shot there from Lewis Forster. I think it's just the force that he slams him into the ground, perhaps takes the wind out of his sails.
I think the back of his head hit the floor, if I'm honest, Kyle, and I think he will need to go off at the very least for an head injury assessment. Very tough man. Well, Johnny Griff really well, ex-Navy.
They had a big job on his hands in him and Whittle and Cottrell, just to stop the momentum that Thatto Heath were. We mentioned there's just a short passing game through the middle of the field between Siani and Ashurst and Lee, and caused Orrell a few problems early on. And Johnny Griff.
We've got a couple of options on the bench. Youngsters, Joel Heaton, Scott Taylor, a couple of front rowers, but they are very young. They'll be hoping Johnny Griff can get back to his feet and play on the game. He's the leader of this side.
Yeah, they do need those starting middles out there for as long as they possibly can. But an opportunity, like you said there, Kev, for Taylor and Heaton just to get a bit more minutes into them. Yeah, it's the first run out of the season, isn't it?
Yeah, and 19 of the 25-man squad today have come through the system, and them 2 on the bench. I think it's a credit to the club that so many players, continue to play in the open edge. And Johnny Griff, being Johnny Griff, he said he's okay to play the ball. It's as tough as they come, that man.
That's good to see. And it's Allen out over now to Callum Taylor, one of those Orrell St James's lads who's been there since he's 7-year-old, Kev. And Allen just puts a decent little kick into that corner. If the chase can be good here, and that's better. That's a better kick, but they have to do a bit of a better job there on Sean Lester, who does well.
Yeah, he's a big fullback, isn't he? He brings the ball back and he challenges you, not only to compete for the ball but contest.
Well, we're going to get 6 more here. As that pass there from Mason Phillips just touches a hand of the Orrell player. Oh, mistake here.
Listen.
And all the players in blue and gold celebrate that.
There's no advantage from your guy touching it.
I think he's given the first knock on.
Oh, right. That was a bit late then, wasn't it?
It was a bit late, and a few of the Orrell St James fans have expressed that.
Well, I think they can be a bit hard done to there, if I'm honest. Like I say, it must be back for that first one. Right, to scrum to Thatto Heath, centre field, 20 metres away from their own end. As they come down this left edge once more. Calland in that tackle. And this is where I feel that Orrell just kind of the middles of Thatto Heath are just doing a little bit of a number on them, just rolling forward.
Yeah, it's not
quicker play of the ball. No, absolutely not. No,
it's probably tackle technique. That it's just so quick, isn't it, around there? We know how quick they're trying to make it, the Thatto Heath team.
Yeah,
that's better. They've got numbers in, a little bit slower.
And they thought about giving that pass there to Dudley.
That's 5.
They Foster. He's decided to keep hold of it. And it's the last play now through Horton again, and that looks like it's going to have way too much on it. And it's who it does, yeah.
Well, the team talks are an easy one for Sean McHugh. I know there's still 13 or 14 minutes to go, but they just need to give themselves a chance, don't they? When they get a chance, at least give yourself an opportunity to have a crack at this side, because, yeah, Thatto Heath have been the better side, but they're clearly still in this game if they can just sharpen up in a few areas with the ball.
Sure. Here come Liam McLaughlin then. So fresh onto the field now, those changes have started to be made, Kev. Nathan Ellis gets his first touch of the afternoon. Charnock. On to Jake Williams. And a good run here from Charnock. That's better. A little bit of ruck speed for him to have a chance and a crack at them. Williams in at dummy half. On to Calland. Allen's now got his hands on the ball. Over to Tordoff. Tordoff just decides to take the tackle. Met well there by Jamie Tracy on that far side. Calland. Oh, that's a belter, Kev.
Yeah, that's not a bad one at all. But
oh, well taken.
All day he's been solid, hasn't he, Lester? And then he just puts his head back and absolutely steams the ball in once again. I think the metres after contact for an outside back or a full-back has been tremendous so far.
Yeah, player of the match, of course, Sean Lester. And last time these two sides met in that National Cup final, Thatto Heath winning that one 24-8.
Wait now, wait. Good.
And he's just rolling down the field. You can just see, Kev, they're not doing anything flash, but he might have dropped that ball, and that's better. That's a wonderful shot from Jake Williams.
For the first time, Kyle, I actually thought Thatto Heath lost a little bit of shape, lost a little bit of direction, and they were there to be teed off on, and it was the captain, Tom Whittle. He didn't have tired legs then. He bent his back and absolutely belted the number 16.
Yeah.
And this is where we were mentioning, they just need to give themselves a chance now and actually ask a few questions with this ball.
Yeah, sometimes I think, Kev, when you've been doing all that defending, you get your first opportunity in good ball. It's important that the right people get their hands on the ball, because you can be forgiven for being a little bit of a tired set rather than actually taking it to them. And another penalty here. Well, this will certainly help.
It looks like he's going to go quick. Referee's not having that. Joe Charnock, ex-Wigan Warrior. A very, very talented player. Just struggled with a couple of injuries to his shoulders.
Well, he's certainly been lively since he came on. Whittle there, that's better. A little bit of leg drive, just pinching a few more yards towards the Thatto Heath line. Williams, a little juggle. And just takes it well there. In the centre of the field here. And it's Charnock waiting. On to Calland. Short pass there. And he's well met, it's Nathan Ellis. And Charnock just moving the ball back through the middle of the field this time. Sam Lewis. And they're just edging their way closer and closer. Here comes Allen. Out the back there, Causey. Just run out of space. Last one. Calland again. Neat little kick there. What's the chase like? It's a good one. It's a good one. Can he get it down? I think he has.
Sam Lewis, Kyle.
I think he has. I think Sam Lewis has got that down. And that is exactly what the visiting side needed, Kev.
Yeah, and it's the set that you exactly what you said. Get the ball in the right people's hands. The ball went through half to half. Brad Callan put a great kick, and I was expecting Sean Lester to be in the exact right place once again, and he was, but he accounted for the first run, and it bounced over the head and came into Sam Lewis. And you know, you make your own luck when you're in the right part of the field, and that's what they did there, and that's what Sam Lewis has done. He's got his team right back in the mix. Bang in front of the post. You'd expect him to kick this.
And he had some work to do, didn't he? Sam Lewis. It wasn't a conventional put down. He had to twist and turn and find a way of getting that ball down, and he did. And it's Calland with the try assist from his boot. Can he add the extras? It should be straightforward, this, and it is. It's 12 points to 6, Kevin. This game now starts to perhaps look a little bit different.
Well, you mentioned before, Kyle, I think it was a great point that Mike Woods, be disappointed that they were only 6 points at the time, or even 12 points in front. the amount of possession and the amount of ball that they've had, you know, you'd have expected them to be 3 scores at least in front, and now only being 1. You know what that does mentally to this game. You know, it's livened these Orrell St James players and fans up, that's for sure.
So what's the message out there, Kev, then? You're a half, you're used to running teams. What are you saying now to this Orrell side with less than 8 minutes left in this first half, sorry?
Well, it's be confident and do what Thatto Heath did before. Get through your set, and it's paramount now that they get to a kick and turn this side round.
What a horrible kick there. Callan can't quite deal with it, but it's ended up into the hands.
Liam McLaughlin looks so strong, doesn't he, when he carries the ball?
Yeah. And here comes Jack Gallagher. And it's really important, you feel, that they just get to that kick that you were mentioning. And Charnock again, I really like what he's brought this afternoon. Just buzzing in and around at 9. Here's Williams. And it goes out the back. Allen looking for a kick. There's space over on that far side of the field, and the chase is on. Are they going to get there? And Phillips does well. He does well to trap and scrap that ball. And he makes a good 30 metres as well off the back of it. And that'll be disappointing for Sean McHugh off that chase, that he's allowed to make 30 metres up the end of the field. And here comes Saunders. He was scored the second try of the afternoon.
Well, that's absolutely changed everything. The kick looked absolutely on the money from Jamie Allen. And the bounce just bounced up there for the winger, Mason Phillips.
And now it's Thatto Heath who are ringing the changes. Louis Paul onto the field. Dudley out the back here. It's Holroyd. There's space, there's numbers out here. And Leicester just decides he can't quite find a pass. Decides to step back off his left foot, and he's well met there by the covering defence of Orrell once more. And the ball now over to the right-hand side of the field. Big Jamie Tracy, the back rower there, just straightening up. Here's Dudley, out to Horton. Horton cut out pass, the cut out ball, and there's Guildford. And Guildford is in the corner. And like all good sides do, Kev, once somebody scores on you, they just find a way of hanging in there and going back and hitting them again.
Yep, they looked like they were under a little bit of pressure. The kick from Jamie Allen was well dealt with by the opposite winger, Mason Phillips. And the beneficiary from all that play is Keane Guildford. I thought the hands were beautiful here, just real crisp, straight in front. The ball there out to the centre, and that's great centre play, isn't it, from Josh Crean, just to catch and pass under pressure. The ball from the number 7 wasn't a bad one either.
Yeah, it was
Jack
Horton.
Jones.
Horton onto Crean. And like you say, just to show real patience there before releasing that pass, and gives Guildford a walk in. And that'll be a real sucker blow for Orrell after doing so well to get themselves back into this half. And now it is a difficult kick. And Sean Lester, who's tasked with knocking this over from about a metre in, 22 metres away.
He's had today, he's not done anything wrong so far, so you wouldn't want to back against him knocking this one over. He's actually in the box of the Orrell St James coaches.
Let's see, it's on its way, and it looks like he's got it. I thought it looked like it was going to just fall short, but it's a great kick.
Terrific kick. And all 4 coaches in the dugout there that we just got a glimpse of. Sean McHugh, Paul Eaton, Adam Levin and Chris Gallagher all played for this club a long time ago.
And you've just seen there Keane Guildford. I mentioned that National Cup final. He scored a hat-trick that day, and he's hit them again. So Brad Callan looking to go on a restart. Looks like he's setting up short here, Kev.
I think he's kicking it the other way.
Oh no, yeah. Well, he's testing out Saunders, and that's well met there. Jamie Tracy claiming that, moving backwards, and gets another 10 metres as well to his name.
That's 1. Let's move. Hold it. Hold it.
A slow play the ball. Saunders from dummy half.
He's had a good game, hasn't he, Kyle?
No, he's got through plenty of work. It's what you want from your back five, really, isn't it? Just to share and spell out the work from the middles. And here comes Louis Paul, trying to get an offload away. He's still fighting, and he's eventually put down.
Just see the shape again. They're looking to promote the ball every set.
Oh, it's coming this way again through Horton. This time it's Holroyd, who looks like he's got terrific leg speed, Kev. Every time he carries that ball, it's 100 mile an hour.
Yeah, just like his brother Adam. Very tenacious, a little bit bigger, I think.
Here's Max Dudley. Straight into Charnock and wins a penalty. Not quite sure what that for. That tackle looked okay from where we were stood, but...
He said a high tackle. I think it was, to the letter of the law. It was above the shoulders.
Oh, yeah, no, he's got him there, yeah.
Bit of a soft one from Charnock.
And Tom Whittle looks like he's come out of it with some friendly fire as well.
And with 3 minutes to go, I wouldn't be against knocking this one over. I think, you know, it takes it to 3 scores. It's bang in front, albeit 30 metres out.
I think they might...
Try and put that nail in the coffin, I think, won't they?
Well, it looks like they're trying to go for 4. There's Jamie Tracy on the right edge now.
Oh, release him down! Put him down! No, once he's come up, that's out.
And a little take-off down that skinny side. Charnock there meeting him.
Here we are.
And they're looking like they're set up here, Kev. They've got shape out here. It's Horton, and a little mistake there from Horton, who's been so well this afternoon. And
well, if he catches that ball and he promotes it, they were done for numbers. And again, the hang on by the skin of the teeth. At 12 points, they're still in this game. I do feel if it goes to 3-4 tries, I think heads will be dropped.
Yeah, it's important that the visiting team score next. Just see the rest of this half out. Get some instruction from McHugh and try and start this second half much better than what they did the first. But here's Tom Whittle. Charnock there just wanting his side to get a bit of speed, get a bit of ruck momentum. Williams, just a line speed from Thatto Heath this set, Kev. They're really upped it.
Yeah, but I think they can really feel the pressure and energy that they're putting into the ball defensively.
Callan there just tipping onto Causey. He was trying to look for a runner, but there was no one there. And Tom Whittle, he makes his way at a kick here from Callan, just trying to get over the top of Leicester. And he does so, and what's his chase like here?
It's another great carry, isn't it?
Yeah, he's strong, isn't he?
Scott Taylor enters the game, the youngster, for the captain, Tom Whittle. Good opening tackle from him too.
And Keane Guildford there, the try scorer just moments ago. Paul, lovely pass there from Paul to Dudley. And it's that what I've really enjoyed watching about Thatto Heath, Kev. Just a little short, soft passing, just getting defenders one-on-one, creating ruck speed and allowing them to do this as they go through the middle of the field. And Horton's in support. Can he find a pass? He's still going. Oh, this is brilliant. A brilliant, brilliant score there from Oliver Owen, the new recruit, having signed from West Horton. And he gets on the score sheet with a brilliant, brilliant solo try, Kev.
Well, you asked the question, can he find a pass? Well, he did have a look, but he didn't need to. He bounced and ricocheted and pinballed his way through the defence, and then had the speed and the presence of mind just to pin his ears back. But that's what you get. You know, when you attack so quickly off the back of defence. And there's a few flailing arms there from Tordoff and Gallagher at the end. Brad Callan just couldn't get there. And that is a blow to the side.
It is. I've spoken to Mike Woods in the lead up to this game, and Oliver Owen was one player that he mentioned that, you know, like I said, he'd been signed and brought over from West Horton. Nobody really knew too much about him, but he's impressed that much in pre-season that he just felt that he had to find him a way into this team and get a look at him. And, you know, boy, has he paid dividends there for his coach.
Well, he's had a couple of real nice touches there. He went down the short side in a couple of sets earlier, and then he's gone straight through the middle. He has got the number 6 on his back, but he's playing like a hooker at the moment. He's come off the bench and really terrorised this OSJ defence.
Yeah, some questionable defence really from Orrell, you have to say, but it is deep into the first half. And can Leicester take this to 18 points adrift? He can. And there it is. The referee blows for the first half after Sean Leicester converting Thatto Heath's fourth try of the afternoon. And it means that after the first 40 minutes, it's Thatto Heath 24, Orrell St James 6. As the players head down to get their team talks, the half times, get some oxygen back into the lungs, get a few drinks in there as well. Kev, let's just pick out the bones of that first half.
Yeah, some terrific tries, wasn't there, from both sides? But Thatto Heath originally, you know, the short ball, we mentioned the interchange passing from Brad Ashurst to Kaisiane. We saw what it meant. And then they went a little bit wider, came back under the middle with Adam Saunders, and it was where another man was looking for his teammates, puts a little bit of a left foot ACL type of step on and scores the try.
Yeah, we just see that again, don't we? Saunders, and it's, you know, Orrell have been cut open a couple of times through the middle, in particularly on this try and the last one, but Saunders doing ever so well there to get that score, Kev.
Yeah, and I think when they have moved the ball so well and so efficiently, so much, it's made the defence of Orrell St James open up. Well, Orrell St James did have a little bit of, you know, to cheer about for themselves, and that's Sam Lewis, the kick from Brad Calland. You know, and at that point they were really in the game, 6 points behind, and we mentioned how crucial that period of the match was. You can see how happy some of the fans are behind the sticks. But then that was about as good as it got, Kyle.
Yeah, very, very quickly. It didn't last long, did that sort of narrow lead before a beautiful move down that left edge to Kane Guildford to hit back for Thatto and take that to 18-6, and it was wonderful ball movement again, wasn't it, Kev?
It was, and that's probably the pick of the tries so far. Keane Guildford finish it off, and then this one to challenge it. The new recruit, Oliver Owen, does it all on himself. I think the fullback will be disappointed there. James Causey, he's better than that, as he's sawed off. But that's what fatigue does to you, Carl. When you defend so much and you give so much possession away, that's what, you know, it does to your legs and your energy levels.
So there you go. In the Betfred Round 1 Challenge Cup, live here on the Sportsman, it sees the first 40 minutes all in favour of the home team as Thatto Heath lead Orrell St James's 24 points to 6. Do join us for more action here in the Challenge Cup. The next 40 minutes is underway.
What a try! He's going to score! Breakaway try! Absolutely superb stuff. But he's not going to be stopped. It's a try. Wow! And a fantastic finish under real pressure.
Big boy now, Aaron.
Converted by number 1, Sean Leicester. Sponsored by Crusaders Flowers. Half-time score here at Crusader Park. Thatto Heath Crusaders 24, Orrell St James 6. Spiders. Same half, exactly the same. We don't drop our standards no matter what happens.
Can you say that again?
You never know they come.
Magic weekend.
6 games over 2 days.
A terrific atmosphere building here.
That was special play from a special player. What a try! He's going to score! Breakaway try! Absolutely superb stuff. But he's not going to be stopped. It's a try. Wow!
And a fantastic finish under real pressure.
What a special atmosphere for one of the great occasions of any rugby league season. He's got the strength, he's got the speed. Drenched, dazzling in this wonderful, most famous and historic of competitions.
Well, welcome back here to Thatto Heath, where the home side leading the visitors. Orrell St James is in the Betfred round 1 of the Challenge Cup, 24 points to 6. There was plenty of tries in that first half, Kev. 4 belonging to Thatto Heath, and then there's the single reply there through Sam Lewis for the visiting side.
Yep, real good start, real good opening 40 minutes from the home side, Thatto Heath. Really important that Orrell St James continue with their energy, because there's been loads of energy and endeavour, probably just the smarts. I think Thatto Heath, the way that they've lined up, the way they've moved the ball, and also mixed it up and challenged back through the middle, the variety of attack has just been far more superior.
Well, Sean Lester restarts us off here, this second half. And you just get the sense there that perhaps Sean McHugh will be saying to his side, look, if we get down that end of the field, we know we can score points. We were only down there twice and come away with a try. But for them, it's getting down there, but then also fronting up defensively, because as you mentioned...
He's not the ball on there. He's fighting to play the ball. He's not the ball on. And that's the danger, that it gets a bit scruffy, Kyle.
Yeah.
They've got nothing to lose, have they? They need to start playing with the ball, but you've got to, have that self...
Well, so many
preservation with the ball. You can't just turn it over so cheaply like that.
Yeah, Jake Williams there, just trying to fight his way for the play of the ball. But, a couple of tries that Thatto scored were kind of gifted to them through little mistakes, through penalties, just inviting them down. And like I said, they are at NCL side, and as Holroyd, he just looks to carry and get 15 metres away. If you keep inviting them down this end of the field, they will come away with points. And it's that man again, the try scorer in Owen, jumping out at 9. And they look to play here through Max Dudley, who passes. It's a sloppy pass as well, but Tracy gathers. And Tracy there just straightens up, 5 metres away. Jones waiting at dummy half, down the short side. And it's Saunders who's just held up there. Plenty of blue and gold shirts to deny him getting over. Out the back it goes here. Moving down to this left-hand side, a looping pass over towards Crayon.
5! Let's move!
Last one.
Last one.
Can they keep him out? Down with Holroyd. Holroyd Holroyd, he looks like he's got over, has he?
He's held up.
Oh, he's held up. Brilliant defence from the right edge of Orrell there. Because he is a powerful runner, there's Holroyd, but he can't get the ball down there.
Fine margins and great attack once again. There was a loose ball on the right-hand side, but then the hands to the left, and then Holroyd. He looked all the world did he get over, but that just shows how much character and how much they want this, the Orrell St James team. They've not lost any will to want to win this game at half-time.
Let's move.
Just that left leg of McLaughlin there, just denying Holroyd a try. And it's this time now, can they get through this set? As they look to cross over the 20 metres away from their own end.
Just without Griffiths and Whittle, just look much smaller through the middle of the field. I think that's smart play by the half, just moving the ball. It's tawed off.
Let's move. Go.
There's Allen onto Calland. Dumps the ball back here to the youngster in Scott Taylor.
5. Let's move. No, he wasn't.
They're struggling. They're going to have to kick from deep inside their own half. It's Allen, and he's not got much weight on that kick. Leicester's there to take. And Leicester there just doing what he's done all afternoon, Kev, just straight and hard and just chewed through the meters there from the backfield.
Yeah, he almost brings it back to where Jamie Allen kicked it from. And once again, stands on his feet. He had a terrific game, Leicester.
2.
Mason Phillips there, sharing out his work from the backfield. Dudley, little show and go.
3. Let's move. Make this line. Go 3.
Paul just tips that on.
And move. Hands off. Good. Go 4.
And here comes Oliver Owen again.
Still
Neat
4.
little kick through. Orrell, can they get out of their own end? It's a good chase.
Okay.
And they're going to have to defend another 6 more.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's a great chase there from Thatto Heath. They just try to roll the dice into that corner.
Time's off, guys. Time's off.
And Tom Hart with nowhere else to go.
Tough afternoon, Tom Hart. And I'll tell you who else has had a tough afternoon. Jake Williams is down again. It looks like he's going to have to succumb to the injury this time. But great kick and chase by Thatto Heath.
Yeah, it was Jack Jones's kick. It's always good seeing a half, once they kick the ball, not just admire it, but then go and do something about it. And him trapping Tom Hart in his in goal. As we just take a little stoppage in play there for Jake Williams. And he looks like he's going to be...
Another one of the senior players leaving the field.
It looks like Tom Whittle, the captain's going to return and take his place, which is good for Sean McHugh's side, but obviously losing Jake Williams as well, like you mentioned.
Okay. Time's back on. Let's go.
And a kick straight down the throat.
Job one, stopping this big man.
Oh, beautiful. Brilliant there from Max Dudley. And it's Keane Guilford again. That's a great piece of play there from the front rower. Selling like he's just going to carry straight and hard and having the skill set just to tip that ball on and find his winger for a simple coasting again. I mentioned the hat-trick he got. Well, he's on for another one here. He's got 2 this afternoon. It's Keane Guilford. But it's all down to the work of the big front rower, Max Dudley.
Yeah, and the best front rower, or one of the best front rowers to ever do that, was an ex-Thatto Heath man in James Graham. You know, he was very tough, and that man is very tough, but also very smart. He realised that Keane Guilford was in acres of space, and rather than run himself into a brick wall, he just had the presence of mind and the execution to match it, to just find his winger and continue in the same fashion in the second half as we saw in the first half, with a possession and a wave of possession turning into points for Thatto Heath.
It all just came off the back of Jack Jones's kick there, just building pressure, chasing, trapping Tom Hart in. The goal line dropout comes, and after the very first play, Kev, they just get them down on that left edge of the field. Disappointed for Sean McHugh to concede such a pretty simple try.
Lots of lessons out there for Sean and his team today. He mentioned before the game that, you know, this is all about experience. They are underdogs. They're not expected to win the Challenge Cup, you know, but it's a great occasion. And now these final 35 minutes or so, it'll be a real test for these lads. Can they continue, you know, and learn from the mistakes as well, learn on the run?
Well, Sean Lester there fails that conversion for the first time this afternoon. But we just see this here again. He has a little look there, just pops the pass. Jack Gallagher just gets caught, far too interested in him. I suppose he has to try and make that tackle. There's no one else in and around him, but the smarts there from Max Dudley. Just to provide that pass and send King Guildford over. So here we go again. This time it's Louis Paul. He's just looking for an offload again, Louis Paul, but Tom Whittle's all over him that time. Phillips.
2, let's move. Yeah, just time it. Yeah.
And the intensity now has just dropped a little bit from, this Orrell St James line speed. Just started to sit back on the heels.
And go.
This is Jones. On to Tracy again, who's put his hand up on this right edge this afternoon. Him and Holroyd have been pretty decent out on the edges. Paul, on to Dudley. Spins.
5, let's move.
This is the last one.
Go, last one.
Halton. Splits the full-back and winger well.
Play on.
Beautiful kick.
Yeah, it's another good kick, isn't it? And the chase is equally as impressive, Kev.
That's one.
Yeah, for an amateur side, I think you've got to commend the coaching team and all the players, how well drilled they are. They've got shape through on the right, shape on the left, but then when it comes to it, they've got a great kicking game as well, and that's the third tackle. They're still in their own 10-metre line.
Yeah, they're the tough carries now for the visitors. It's good work there from Marker.
Good luck if you're going to kick the ball at the end of this set.
It's this time Causey on tackle 4, just trying to get some momentum, but he can't get anything going. And this is going to be for tackle 5 here.
It's a great carry.
It is, that's what they needed. Last one, they're going to have to kick the ball from inside their own 30. Calland.
That's almost in no man's land. Calland's been hit off the ball, so there's a penalty.
Well, that'll be disappointing for Mike Woods to give that penalty away after probably the best defensive set of the afternoon. Really restricting the metres, and you can just see there that Calland is just hit by Adam Carr off the ball. And it is a penalty on the halfway line.
And at this stage of the game, this is where they need to start taking chances. They're down on the scoreboard, they're down in possession and territory. They can't just, get the way back in through an arm wrestle. It's probably time that Allen and Callan start, asking a few questions, rolling the dice, so to speak, taking a few chances.
Midway for those fellas, midway. No. This is good, eh? Don't matter.
So it's Cottrell. He'll restart this. Tordoff. Straight into Louis Paul.
One. Let's move. Hands up. Hold now. Go on.
Whittle. Round the back there to Allen. On to Tom Hart. Oh, and he's going to find his way over the sideline. That's brilliant defence from Thatto Heath. It really is.
There was just nothing there. I'm not sure why the Orrell St James side came down the short side, and I feel sorry for that man with the ball. He ended up running into 3 men, getting picked up and put into touch. It's a beautiful defence, but you question the mindset of the OSJ group going down there. What did they see?
Yeah, it was a good shot from Saunders just to hold him up there with Jack Jones and then usher them over the sideline. And Orrell, once again, in good ball, just aren't able to build or create any sort of pressure whatsoever.
Good on this line, we'll wait, go on.
And again, you just see the ruck speed now just starting to get quicker and quicker for the home team.
No, you've tripped. That's fine.
And here's Louis Pauls.
And he's looking every time. I love the hooker who first looks for a run for himself, and Oliver Owen. Every time if there's a run on for himself, he makes the Orrell St James defence pay.
Comes Adam Carr.
4. Let's move. Yard behind. Go 4.
Ball out to Jones. Jones out the back to Leicester. Saunders just overran him there on that occasion. Good offload, but no one's there. Ends up with Max Dudley, who offloads the ball onto Pauls. Pauls just decides just to take the tackle. Last one.
4, 5.
Jones. Out the back to Tracy, one-on-one with a big man. Beautiful. Oh, Phillips again, just can't take it in.
No, he's took it to the line.
And the right edge back rower does incredibly well.
Well, Mason Phillips had a fine game, apart from a couple of occasions where when he watches this back, he could have had his hat-trick of opportunities. They're all very difficult to take. But again, a player of Phillips' ability, he'll be disappointed with that.
Perhaps just the pace on that pass, Kev, that maybe undone Phillips there.
Yeah, it probably surprised him. Tracy just found it to distribute the ball. Beautiful bit of play.
We'll hold, go on.
There's Charnock.
2, let's move. Stand up, go 2.
Again, the visiting side just struggling to find anything. That's a big shot there. I think he lost his footing underneath that.
Joel Eaton taking the charge, another youngster.
Go 4.
Did you see there, that big shot there from Holroyd as he slips underneath, but the kick here, the chase, and it's that man Phillips with his hands on the ball. He looks to skirt across to the far side of the field, and he does all right, that there. He does more than all right, he's away. Mason Phillips, he's looking for support. Is there any there? Oh, he just can't take it in. Can Ryan Horton?
Knock on, you can't do that.
Oh, he's saying he kicked the ball, but I think he's very optimistic there. But Phillips, you know, he's doing everything the hard way. He made that look easy, didn't he? And the easy's made look difficult. So, terrific run. And it was a great ball.
It was, but the defence through the middle of the field just allows him to skirt over on that far side, and he gets rid of Jack Gallagher with ease, I think it was, and he just can't nail this last pass. I think it's just behind Horton. And if Horton catches that, they're in again.
He's had a very good game, Horton. He would have deserved a nice try. He's been at the heartbeat of everything. Real nice kicking game too. He'll be disappointed with that.
Well, you just feel for this contest, really, that as we just see that pass there just behind Horton, he tries to scoop it in with his left arm.
What would say, Kyle, Jack Gallagher, he gets himself off the floor, he got knocked on his backside, and he's the one that made Horton put him under pressure. So lots of good signs. You know, the effort, endeavour is still there.
A couple of players going down with a bit of cramp. Of course, it is their first run out this season. Speaking to Sean McHugh before the game, he said the season doesn't start till March. So in many ways, this game really kind of disrupts his pre-season, but gives an opportunity for them to get some game time, some game minutes in the legs and lungs. And like I say, one or two of the players just feeling the pinch of it.
Yeah, and they've probably not been on a field like this for a long time either. The conditions that everyone's been training in, if you are lucky enough to get on any grass at the minute, you're normally ankle deep, and the surface today is absolutely terrific.
So it's Orrell that will start deep inside their own half once more. And here comes Whittle. You can just see, though, that when Orrell are carrying it, it is pretty one out, and they're able to tee up on them a Thatto Heath and just really control that middle third of the field. But that's a bit better there, jumping out there from Charnock, who's added quite a lot to Orrell, I have to say. Calland, this is a little bit better.
Yeah, there's been a bit of method to just going through the middle of the field, but with shape, and now it looks like Charnock will scamper off through the middle again.
That's a good carry as well, isn't it?
Let's move!
What's the last one gone? And a bit of a swing there from Dudley.
No. Max, you've swung, mate.
Perhaps a little bit boiling over there. Calland, he is a little wiry. He does get under the skin of one or two.
It looked like a punch, but I think it was more he knocked his arm away. We'll get a great replay of this. It was a good shot.
Well,
bit of a drop on.
He goes in once, goes in twice.
Yeah, and he just pushes him in the head.
But it was a needless one on tackle 5. It just gives Orrell an opportunity.
Yeah, okay. When you're ready.
And we've saw them a couple of times in this game from a similar position, but came away with nothing. So what have they got here? There's Charnock waiting. They come down this left side through Tordoff. Allen to Calland. Out to McLaughlin. Just running out of room on that right-hand side. Liam McLaughlin. And Causey down the short side. Looking for something. Nothing there.
Let's move. Go 4.
There's Calland. This is Whittle. Out the back to Allen. Allen to Charnock. Charnock just trying to find an opportunity. Half a gap through the middle. Wants a quick play of the ball here. And Max Dudley all over him, denying him that. Causey. There's a chance here. Oh, that's a wrong play. And it comes away with nothing, Kev.
Yeah, and it looked like there was the ability to go through hands, and it was the 5th tackle. So sometimes we do promote the kick, but on that occasion, execution just failed him there. The fullback, James Causey. It's the right idea. Just couldn't get it over the scrum half. The big man back on the field, Brad Ashurst.
He had a number of touches in early on in that opening 20. He was quite threatening, really, for Thatto Heath. It's a good time to bring a man like that on. You know, obviously, he can mix up his carries through tipping and ball carrying, but he is that barrel shape. It is a difficult player to handle.
He is, Kyle, and he reminds me a bit like when you played. He mixes his play up. You know, sometimes he carries the ball and sometimes he passes the ball.
It took you 60 minutes before you had a crack at me there, Kev.
Right, we're good now.
He's done a bigger spell than you did as well, Kyle.
Stand on. Out.
Well, Orrell looking to force a mistake through pushing that scrum.
That's 1. Let's move. Work on that right. We'll all day.
And it's Crayon who looks to play the ball.
Well, it'll be interesting to see when he actually takes his first carry, Brad Ashurst, because the size of this Orrell St James pack has diminished as the game has gone.
Offload there. His Pauls. And by Callum Taylor. Jamie Tracy now coming round to get through to the centre of the field. And does well. Does really well. Still going.
Really led the team well, hasn't he, Jamie Tracy?
No, Jamie, you're trapping him in. You're trapping him in.
He's got his arm trapped in there.
Play the ball, you're trapping in. Still 3, still 4, still 4.
And Louis Pauls again looks for the offload, gets it out to Owen. Owen, who's still running. Charnock in there just to stop that run. Last one. Jones just grubbers that ball, tries to get in behind Tom Hart, and Tom Hart's got a little bit of work to do here, but he just decides to surrender on the floor, and he's going to get dragged back, and he manages to stay in the field of play. But these are very, very, very tough carries now, Kev.
Yeah, you've got to roll the sleeves up. There's 3 or 4 players waiting every time. That's a better carry. I think both centres have really stood up today.
You just get the sense that obviously Thatto Heath, they're just sort of strangling this game now as we head into the final quarter. All the game has pretty much been played with our heads turned to the right-hand side.
Yeah, I think physically they're just a step up, aren't they? And you know, we've seen the physical nature of the pack dominate, but also the smarts as well. When the pass has been on, their execution's been much better.
Right. Allen's kick there just needed perhaps a little bit more weight on it. As Thatto Heath's back 3 just look to return it once more.
Yeah, the amount of times they'll be sick of seeing Sean Lester bring that ball back. And this man Saunders off the back of it, he's been sensational today.
Yeah.
It was a 20-metre carry.
Yeah. And they just keep rolling once more. It's now Sean Lester getting his hands on the ball once more.
He finds his front so often. On occasion, he's gone through 2 front rowers and a centre.
Owen to Ashurst. Ashurst out the back. Beautiful drop off there. And Adam Carr.
Let's move. Yeah, it's okay. Go for.
Ashurst. Oh, he can't take that one in.
Joel Eaton.
That's a 0.
I've been really impressed with young Joel Eaton since he's made his way onto this field. Not as big as some of the others, but he will battle, and he has done so far.
Yeah, that's one thing that is noticeable, Kev, the sheer size between the 2 teams, isn't it? Particularly in and around that middle.
Tackle 1.
Yeah, and there's a player in the background. I think he got a knee earlier on. I think it was Nathan Ellis. He's still struggling. Oh, the blue head guard in back player.
And Jack Williams looks to get back out there. And of course, the winners of this will travel to to Halifax and take on the Halifax Panthers, who had a bit of a troublesome end towards last season and perhaps begin this season with a much lighter squad than what they've had in recent years. But
yeah, this is what we was talking about before. It looked like there was just a little bit of a twist, and then there was an elbow there, and I'm sure there's a knee as well. Oof. You don't want to see that. Jamie Tracy had a great game. I'm not sure there was any malice in that, but you know, he's felt both of them. There's young Nathan Ellis, who'll be looking at Helen's slow cooked food tonight. She's well known at Orrell St James for cooking.
The play restarts here, and it's Orrell who just crabbed towards the halfway line. It's Whittle, a little bit of shape in and around him, manages to find his front. Allen, Calland, Causey. Causey does well there, but can't quite escape from...
He's dropped the ball too, Kyle.
Oh, he's dropped the ball.
That's probably summed the day up. It's looking so good, looking promising. And then instead of, you know, making a break or promoting the ball, it's the opposite. It's the worst possible outcome, a drop ball.
Yeah, he just loses it here.
It's a correct call.
And it's Oliver Owen, who's all over Causey, and he manages to drop the ball. Johnny Griffith back out there. Oh, it's Tom Whittle who's looking in a bit of discomfort as he leaves.
Yeah, it's looking like his leg. His right leg. Adam Lavin finding it funny. His best pal. Nicknamed Tired Legs at the club.
You just feel that the intensity's dropped in this game, and Saunders just looks to take Allen on, and again Saunders, the back five, I must say, Kev, for Thatto have been fairly impressive. It is another one, and Mason Phillips, he's gone on the outside of McLaughlin, kicks the ball back through there, and Causey all over it. But at 28 points to 6, I think you can be forgiving him for doing that early play.
Yeah, and where they've turned the ball over, it's in that 10 metres again. You just look at the Orrell St James, the fatigue. They're not queuing up for the ball.
Yeah, there isn't much shape around us. Jake Williams just tries to get rolling forward once more, and that's a little bit of a better carry.
Johnny Griff.
He certainly adds something, doesn't he? They are a better team when they have Griff and Whittle out there. But here's another one of those youngsters.
5, let's move!
Allen at dummy half. Calland looks to kick. Tries to play it through there, but it's knocked down.
2 knock-ons, first off.
And it's a knock-on, so I think the visitors are going to get another set of 6 here.
Looked like a charge down for me, that one, Kyle. I thought that was play on. Charge down from the number 13. Oh, no, he's right. I think is it Brad Calland who's knocked on?
Yeah, so Orrell will get head and feet of this scrum as we enter into the final quarter, and Charnock on the last couple of occasions has just found the floor, and he's struggling with what appears to be some cramp, Kev. Last couple of sets he's been needing a bit of treatment, so perhaps he might look to get Ben Cottrell back on if he's not already out there playing from 9.
Yeah, they're looking again. I think it's the young front rower Scott Taylor. They are running out of bodies. You know, they've got Whittle who's tired legs. It looks like he's played his last minute. Joe Charnock struggling on. He came on for the hooker at the beginning of the game. Cottrell, who looked like he dislocated his shoulder. So yeah, Sean McHugh, he will have wanted this, you know, cup game as a bit of a hit out before the season, but it may come as a cost.
Yeah, particularly to that starting front row. You mentioned there Cottrell's shoulder, and Whittle, who looks like he's in a bit of discomfort, so not ideal for Sean McHugh, but play goes on here, and it's Callum Taylor.
Yeah, I think the centres have been a real promising focal point for this Orrell St James team. Both centres are real strong and athletic.
Johnny Griff there, spinning. Kaisiani on his back. Charnock finds Sam Lewis.
Let's move.
Wrestled to the floor.
Okay, fellas, hold, go. 3.
Lewis out the back to Calland. Dropping off his centre there, McLaughlin.
4. Let's move. Just a yard there. We're good there. Go 4.
Jarnock. Misses out the back of Griffith and finds Heath.
5. Let's move.
Last one.
Go, last
Causey's on his bike down this right-hand side. Callan
Still
finds Causey. Causey here, offload over the top, tries to go for it, doesn't come up, and it's Thatto Heath who can just carry the ball away once more. Another scruffy end to the set there for the visitors.
Yeah, and you can't, knock James Causey there. They are down on the scoreboard. We have asked him to try things. He tries the ball over the top. But with ball in hand and, defensively today, the scrum half for Ryan Horton has been fantastic.
Hold. Wait.
Oh, he certainly controlled a lot of the good stuff out there. As I must say, Jack Jones as well. He's come up with some nice touches, his other half-back. It looks like this ball's going to find the big fella in Ashurst. Dumps Kaisiani, who just carries it into Lewis, and it takes 3 men to put him down.
Yeah, he'll be really happy, won't he, with his debut for a club. It's a difficult day, this, for him. Playing against the team that he played for a long time. A lot of pressure on him today. I think he performed well.
Forster with that kick there. Well, the right edge looks up and Causey just half escapes the challenge there.
Stand. Go 1.
And it's McLaughlin.
2. Let's move. Yes. Don't
Looks
trap
like he's
him.
caught up
Don't trap him.
with his arm there. Ryan Horton.
2. No, his ball's down.
Another carry from Gallagher. He's tried, hasn't he? He's not waving the white flag just yet, and I don't think he ever will. Not that type of bloke.
Taylor to Griffiths. It's like Scott Taylor has dropped in to that 9 spot. Calland to Allen. Allen just looking back through the middle of the field and gets a little bit of joy in and around there, but well met by Siani. It's an important tackle it was. Calland. On to Tordoff. Tordoff, a beautiful pass here. Can they go in? Can they go in through Taylor? Taylor gets a score. And boy, he does well. He had a little bit of work to do there, Kev, but he manages to find a try down on this left edge and perhaps just gives something for Sean McHugh to celebrate in this second half.
Well, I think that's a great reward for a great game from the big athletic centre, Cal Taylor. But it was made by his back row partner, Ben Tordoff. Just skips across to Saunders, and then he does beautifully well. For anyone watching at home, just putting that ball out, it showed what it did to the winger. And he catches the ball in space, he puts it out in 2 hands, gets rid of the winger because of that, and then opens up his run on the outside. Real good try. Consolation, of course, I'm sure. But a great reward for a fantastic game.
Yeah, it was brilliant work there by Ben Tordoff, just engaging in the centre, Adam Saunders, and as soon as he rocks his hips in, Kev, the pass, it just undoes the rest, doesn't it?
Yeah, so difficult. We've seen that a couple of times when a forward's running into your space. We saw it when Keane Guildford scored his try. You are eager to get involved in the tackle, and the centre there, Saunders was. But it's the smarts again from Tordoff just to open up the try.
And Calland, that looks brilliant. Beautiful conversion there from Brad Calland.
Another who's had a pretty solid game, Calland.
Yeah.
We did miss touch early on, but you can forgive him for that. But just watching, great replay from the behind. Just shows the eyes, the strength, the speed. They'll be disappointed with that. There's a lot of stuff that, I think both sets of coaches will be looking at to improve on as they go along in the journey of the season and in this Challenge Cup for the Thatto Heath Crusaders.
Well, 16 points the difference with 14 minutes left. It's not out of the reach of Orrell.
Time's off.
I'll tell you what, Kev, if they get the next try, we could be in for some finish. Jamie Tracy there.
Let's move.
Just meeting the kick return from Orrell.
Go 1.
Johnny Griff.
2. Let's move. Couple more. 7. Come, Frank. Go 2.
And here comes Tordoff.
3. Let's move.
Just livened them up a little bit. Got the shape back going.
Calland having a look now through Sam Lewis, who, Jake Williams, I beg your pardon, who just spins out of that tackle, calls it down the short side. He wants the ball, gets it, and this is beautiful catch and pass, and they're away on this right edge. A ball back inside, and here they come in again, and it's Scott Taylor. Has he got the legs? Yes, he has.
Brilliant.
Scott Taylor with a beautiful, well-worked try down that short side on the right edge, and the ball finds its way back inside of the field. And Scott Taylor pushing up for a brilliant score. Game on, Kev.
Well, I may well just wrote this side off way too early, and they've gone coast to coast. And like you said, if they score the next try, then we've got game on. And Scott Taylor, you know, you don't see a better try than that, cause he sneaks down the short side, finds a centre, he finds Gallagher. What a great ball that was. And it looked like Taylor was going to get caught, but he had just the ability to shrug off the tackle and get over the line. I think them two men can deserve a massive pat on the back. Joel Heaton and Scott Taylor, two young lads, have come on and really give everything they've got to the cause.
Well, it was brilliant eyes-up play from Causey to see the threat, to see the opportunity, and let the ball do the rest of the work, and all flooding through the middle of the field. And I thought for 1 minute there that Scott Taylor's legs might not get him over, but he manages to do so well, and this is what we want. Here we go. If Callan can get this kick, well, it takes us to an 8-point ball game.
There's still a relatively long time to go as well, in 13 minutes.
I'll tell you what, my maths isn't great. That's 10 points, not 8. But it's still 2 converted tries that Orrell will need if they're going to clinch this victory, and the time and the clock is against them. But they've just gone back-to-back tries, and just look at this again, Kev. Brilliant stuff there. Liam McLaughlin with patience to find his winger and then back through the middle of the field. Brilliant.
Yeah, and Causey just real smart, just hung behind the ruck. It was a 2-on-2 on the short side, so he just ambled round and created that overlap. There's a bit of shock in this arena now. Thatto Heath just trying to slow things down and take the momentum out of this game that is clearly on the side of the St James's team.
Well, here we go. Let's see what this next set's got for us. As I thought there for a minute there that Taylor was going to collect that ball, but it's gone to Tom Hart.
Wait.
It's a deep kick-off as well. And Orrell have got a lot of work to do if they're going to get another try, and that's a bit of a better challenge there from the home side.
Go to.
Taylor, he looked to knock that on, did he? Gets away with it.
The shape on that right.
And that's where it's going. Calland, he just show a little show and go, tries to come down this left of the field, but straightens up and just pinches another 10 metres or so. Taylor onto Allen, looks to put boot to ball and finds a bit of space there in between the fullback and winger.
Griffiths. That's a great chase.
Well, you just get the sense that the visiting team have found a little bit between the teeth at the back 9 minutes of this contest. They're going to need a good defensive set here, Kev.
Yeah, and they've got that so far. Led by Griffiths and Taylor.
And here comes Phillips.
He's been really strong, Phillips, when he's been carrying the ball backfield.
Yeah.
It's a big 10 by the referee.
And Thatto Heath just rolling forward there through Andy Lee. Ashurst wants it. Ashurst gets it. Uses Siani. Another little short pass from Ashurst.
Let's move.
Kai Siani fighting for a play of the ball.
Go, last one.
Tackle 5. Here comes Jones. Jones with a high kick to Hart. Hart's under it. Hart does well to collect under pressure from Saunders.
Go on.
And it's Orrell who are just trying to find a way out of this 20-metre zone once more.
Tom Whittle's going to enter the fold as well for the last 7 or 8 minutes.
And Griffiths just trying to get rid of some tacklers there from Thatto Heath. Allen coming down this left edge. Taylor does well there to bump off one.
What a battle that's been, Taylor and Saunders.
Allen. Whittle that you've just mentioned there, Kev, back out there. Straightens up. Still going.
5. Let's move.
Last one again, and The visiting team are going to have to kick inside their own 40, or are they? They're running the play. Oh, it was on. But it's back to 0. 6 ball.
Let's move.
Beautiful ball.
Right idea.
Go, 0.
Here comes Williams. Driven back there, losing ground.
Held! Release! Good, go
Allen.
on, both markers are off!
Exploring down that right edge again. It's through
Still
Lee
on,
McLaughlin.
you're both good,
Offloads
you're both good.
onto Johnny Griff. Johnny Griff just runs straight and hard into Ashurst and Siani.
Go, 2.
Allen. Short little pass there onto Lewis.
Let's move!
And all of a sudden it looks like Thatto Heath are hanging on,
Go,
Kyle.
3.
Yeah, Charnock having a look down this side with Calland. Calland, oh, little soft pass there, but well read from the left edge of
Let's
Thatto
move.
Heath.
Goal line, Thatto! Goal line!
You get a sense that they are a little bit of momentum behind them now, the visiting team. It's Allen back on the inside there to Johnny Griff. Johnny Griff just trying to offload the ball, does so for Charnock. Charnock's trying to find his way over, but he's well met there. 1 to go.
Go, last one.
Lewis has got the ball down. Sam Lewis has got the ball down, and there's 6 minutes left here, and it's going to go the distance, Kev. They looked like there was nothing on whatsoever, but Sam Lewis just decides just to have a crack himself, and he comes up with it.
Yep, and he's just telling everyone, I've scored 2 tries. Ex-Mullenby Giant, New South Wales, Australia.
5 at restart.
They love this lad here at Orrell St James.
But it was a beautiful offload, wasn't it, from Griff? Johnny Griff just pushes the ball out the back, a bit of a blind offload and well collected by Charnock, but it's poor defence from Thatto Heath. It's an absolute criminal try to give away from where we are in this stage of the game, but take nothing away from this Orrell side. In the last 6 minutes, Kev, they've gone 3 tries.
From 28 points to 6 to what looks like it'll be 28-24 with 5 minutes remaining. The Challenge Cup just has an ability to throw up sensational games and sensational finishes. And this is going to be an epic 4.5 minutes now.
Well, you just see here, if you're just joining us, Sam Lewis has just scored and pinched the pocket, perhaps, of Thatto Heath. It's a 4-point ball game. The home team were cruising this game, 28 points to 6, but it's 3 unanswered tries from the visitors that take us into the last 4 minutes of this contest. And Kev, we'll just get your thoughts on the player of the match, but obviously there's a little bit of time, maybe a few more words written in this story before you pick that one.
Anything could happen in this next set.
Well, here we go. Charnock's underneath it. Decides to carry on his own. What have the visitors got left inside these final minutes? Is there another try out there? Whittle. And Thatto Heath, how's your nerves?
Looks like both sets of players are out on empty.
And it's Sam Lewis, the try scorer, just straightening up through that middle third of the field.
Go, 3.
Calland dumps off Williams. Oh, he's had the ball pinched there. 1-on-1, that's a huge, huge play, Kev, and it just...
Yeah, by the leader, Jamie Tracy. Real smarts. His teammate fell off the tackle. He just had the presence of mind to steal that ball. But they will get another set.
And it's important that they aim up here defensively, the Orrell.
Oh, it's okay. Stand up.
And it's Josh Crayon. 30 metres away. Andy Lee.
3.
That's 3 players gone.
And hold.
It looks like it's going to come through Ashurst once more, using Siani as a foil. He throws it out the back there. Here comes Leicester. And Leicester's just met on that right edge.
4. Let's move.
2 more players for this home team, for the visitor to defend. Halton, Ashurst, out the back to Jones. Jones over the top. He's over the top and he's away. He's away down this left edge of the field. And Orrell got to go on and pinch this game. And Hart, he's just pulled down short.
But he needs to play the ball, Kyle. There's still only 3 men back.
Calland onto Allen. Over the top to Causey. Causey gets it to McLaughlin. McLaughlin out the back there too.
Brad Gallagher.
Gallagher and this Thatto Heath side have rescued this well, but have they got enough to see this set out? McLaughlin trying to pinch one from there.
Go, 3.
Calland to Johnny Griff. Griff just twisting and turning. They're running out of plays here.
Less than 2 minutes left.
Calland to Causey. Causey having a little look, trying to see if there's anything in around Siani. There's nothing there. Tackle 5. Charnock. Calland back on the inside to Whittle. Oh, it's just tackled short.
And it's that man, Kai Siani.
And he's just tackled short. And just when you thought that Tom Hart was going to go away, the chase back from Mason Phillips. Tom Hart's got a good 10 metres on him, but just look at Phillips there coming up into the background. He does ever so well.
Well, he saved his team.
He saved his team from perhaps an exit out of the Challenge Cup. Sean Lester.
Hold this line. Hold. Go 1.
And just to remind everyone at home that the clock you see on the screen isn't the actual time of the referee's watch. So there is a couple of more minutes left in this contest, but it's the visiting team who are swinging everything at the home side.
Shoulder.
And you've got to say, why would you throw a ball like that when you're in front? So lucky that didn't cost the team the game.
And they're down this short side. And it's Holroyd who gets rid of one, showing good strength, and he looks to pass that ball, but the tackle is complete out over that on that far side through Jake Williams. Tracy.
5. Let's move.
Tackle 5.
Set, Kyle.
Oh, they're going to run it. Horton. Straight down into the hands of Gallagher. Gallagher just looking to find something. There's nothing there through the middle of the field, and Orrell players calling for a penalty, everything they can just to clear this end of the field.
Taylor. What an effort.
Oh, look.
Game we've watched.
I think Sean McHugh will be really pleased. But
they mentioned the learning from this, the experience they have learned on the job. You know, it's been valuable, some lessons. They could still go away with a W.
Well, Kev, I think it's about time we got your Betfred Challenge Cup player of the match, mate. And who have you been impressed with? Who's taken that spoils away this afternoon?
Oh, well, the 2 men in that contact there, Siani and Johnny Griff. That's huge, by the way. But for me, and I'll get this out of the way quite quickly, the fullback and the man of the match last time these sides met, Sean Lester. That's who I think's been the best player on the field. But he's got it all on now.
Yeah. So Sean Lester was chosen by Kevin Brown as a Betfred player of the match, and there is the full time. And a valiant effort really has to be said from Sean McHugh's men. Orrell St James's, but they've left it perhaps, Kev, a little too late. A wonderful fight back, some brilliant tries we've seen here this afternoon, but the damage was done in the first half, and it's Thatto Heath who win this contest 28 points to 24. And there's a little bit of afters that we don't really need to see. It's been a great game played by 2 sides who have gone hammer and tong at it, but it's the home team that advanced through, Kev.
Yeah, and I think they deserved the win. I think the character that Orrell St James showed, you know, it was very gallant, and it almost looked like that Tom Hart was going to go the length of the field and absolutely put a dagger in the heart of this Thatto Heath side. But Ollie Phillips, you know, just saved the blushes there, and Thatto Heath progressed to the next round. The blow of the cheese there from Adam Saunders.
He knows they've been in a contest, and I'm sure they'll all be buying Mason Phillips a beer in the clubhouse afterwards, because you were right to reference there that ball over the top to Tom Hart, but the chase back from Phillips is what has put Mike Woods' men into the second round and a trip over to Halifax. But
it looked like he was going to go all the way, didn't he? Halfway, he just hit the quicksand straight in front of us, and Phillips just put it on turbocharge, and what a finish we've had, what a game.
It certainly has been a contest that has lived up to everything that the Challenge Cup has to offer, and shortly we'll be hearing from that Betfred player of the match in Sean Lester. But before we do so, let's have a look at the action that has unfolded here this afternoon at Thatto Heath. We'll get a little quick look at all of the best bits, and these are the second half highlights. And it started off with a wonderful pass there from Max Dudley, sending Keane Guildford in for his second.
And at that point we thought there was going to be an avalanche and it was going to be a real long afternoon for Orrell St James. Real smart play from Dudley and beautiful second try of the match. But they just didn't go away, did they? Towed off, out wide. It was to Taylor, who just put the ball out and made a real good fist of the try and got his team back in the game. But it was from this moment on that momentum just went bang, bang, bang.
Absolutely, yeah. That was the first try, and then another straight off the kick-off. They find themselves down this, and this was probably the best try for me this afternoon, Kev.
Yeah, McLaughlin and Gallagher. And then it was the big man, Scott Taylor, smiling all the way. And at this point, we thought, no way. What a bit of execution it was by the outside backs. And I thought them young lads can really lift their heads up, because I thought they didn't just, come on the field and fit in. I thought they really raised the levels, especially the energy.
Well, this was the third try, and it was just a poacher's one from 9 there. And it was Sam Lewis. And that was those 3 tries that we mentioned, Kev, inside the final 6 minutes. But the clock was against them. And boy, did they come close to winning that through that break from... So let's throw down now to Paul Kidd, who's chatting pitch side with the losing coach, Sean McHugh.
Points on the board. Many people could have been forgiven for saying that game was dead and buried, but your boys showed some real character there in the second half. You must have been real proud of them.
Yeah, I am real proud of the boys. I mean, we asked at half time that they just dug in and made sure that they didn't run away from us, and all we wanted to do was make sure we competed, and did our club pride and our community pride and all the people who've turned out for watches. We just wanted make it a contest right to the end. We didn't really expect what we got, but we did very, very well, and I'm really proud of the lads.
You obviously came into this game with 2 key personnel missing prior to the kick-off. You seem to have picked up quite a few knocks in that game. How is everybody looking going ahead for the season?
Yeah, we're fine. I mean, ultimately today we needed to compete, not get many injuries, and focus on our season, which I spoke about early on. We've had one lad with a dislocated shoulder, so he'll be out for quite a while. But apart from that, apart from a lot of cramp, and because we've not trained really, we only had 2 or 3 sessions. Apart from the cramp, everybody's fine. So it's been a really good exercise for us, and it's been very beneficial for us as a club, because it's been able to showcase that there's not that much difference in NCL level and our level, and we've competed right till the end. So I'm really pleased with it from a club point of view and a community point of view.
You talk about that cramp there. It was a little bit like a heavyweight boxing match in that second half. Your guys were certainly against the ropes, but they showed no signs of giving up whatsoever. And the way they battled through there was absolutely immense.
Yeah, like I say, I'm really proud. We've only had a couple of sessions. I believe Thatto have been training for a month or so now, 3 sessions a week. We've had 3 sessions. So for our lads, to get through it, I thought they were absolutely fantastic, and they've shown a lot of resilience there today, which is something to be probably a little bit more proud of. The resilience they've shown far outweighed anything that I expected, and we made it a contest, and maybe we could have gone away and won it if the winger had got away at the end. He was just caught, he goes in, we're winning it. So no, I'm really proud of him.
Finally, Sean, just before we let you go, you mentioned you've just had 3 sessions coming into today. You've had a really tough battle today on your hands. I'm guessing going forward now, that must make you sort of really happy. You're in a good place to compete for the league season and possibly the National Cup again.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening with the National Cup, but like I said, we've got everything out of this that we wanted. Don't get me wrong, we'd have been happy to go to Halifax next week, but it's not good for our calendar going to a championship club like that, and the risk of injuries and stuff like that. So we're really happy. We've got everything we want out of it. Like I said, thanks again to Sportsman. The lads have been on the telly, and it'll be good for them to watch back, good for the families to watch them play as well. So no, really, really enjoyable day. Just thanks to everybody involved, and thanks to Thatto, because they've looked after us again like they always do. So great.
Many thanks, Sean, for joining us so quickly, and all the very best for the rest of the season.
Cheers, thanks, Paul.
Well, Coach Sean McHugh there, very magnanimous in defeat there. Obviously, look, he mentioned there he got everything he wanted out of that game, Kev. They came into this as massive underdogs, and a scoreline of just 4 points, reflects the effort that they put in, that spirit that you mentioned throughout of never going away.
So many things that they'll be really happy with. And I think if you want, to look at that game and learn from it, it's just about No, if they hadn't had done so much work and gifted possession, Thatto Heath are a very, very good side. You can't do that to them. But if they were a little bit cleaner with the ball, they'd give themselves a much more chance of winning this game. But for Thatto Heath, I think Mike Woods will look at the game and think, we nearly blew that there, and that's a great learn for them moving on in this cup too.
And that was something that Mike Woods referenced last year, that so often that they snatched defeat from the jaws of victory, and it was nearly another one here today. They nearly threw it away, but you know, credit to Orrell, they played completely different from the second half than they did to the first, and you're right to bemoan those early mistakes, those early errors. But let's get down now to our Betfred player of the match in Sean Lester, who's chatting with Paul Kidd.
Sean, first of all, many congratulations there. You won the accolade of the player of the match.
Thank you, nice one. Cheers.
Just explain to us just how difficult that was. It was a real 80-minute performance that had to be put in, and you had to dig real deep to come away with that win.
Yeah. I thought we started off really well, going through the motions, completing our sets. Give them a bit too much 7-tackle restarts, but second half, last 20-25 minutes, just think they wanted a little bit more in the end, but we dug in and we got the result.
And physically, just how tough was that? You know, not just for you, but for the 17 players.
Yeah, it was really physical. Obviously, we had a good Christmas, got a good pre-season. To be honest, we've been working hard, but we felt that one today. It was really difficult.
And before we bring in your head coach, a trip obviously next week to Halifax. How much is that one to look forward to for you and your players?
Yeah, obviously we want to test ourselves against the best teams. We believe we're one of the best teams in the NCL. And we lift our game against better sides. Not saying Orrell aren't a good side, but Halifax is going to be an all different test next week.
Sean, congratulations once again. Thanks for joining us. We'll hand over to head coach Mike Woods. Mike, prior to the game, when you spoke to us, you talked about the importance of grassroots, getting a little bit of publicity and being shown on the Sportsman like today. What a great advert that was.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I speak about. I mean, we talk about the game improving and more public. This is what it is, the grassroots. All these kids watching here today want to watch that. I want to be part of it. Same with the game that was on yesterday. It was a nail biter, 80 minutes, and yeah, that's what we want in it. It's good. It's good for the game, isn't it?
It's absolutely magnificent for the game. I mean, fair play there to Orrell, the way they came back at you. You had them on the ropes without question, but they just would not go away, would they?
No, listen, I spoke to Carl the other day. I know Carl very well, and the National Cup final was the same. We blew them away, 20 odd, whatever, and I know they don't go away. I coached the North West men's teams down here for 3 years, so I played Orrell in about 3 finals. We always managed to get the win, but they never ever leave you. We just gassed a little bit, and I think we put the cue on the rack a little bit, to be honest with you, which was a bit disappointing as a coach, but we dug in and got the win. It's first run out in it.
As you said, you got the result you were looking for. It was a little bit like a heavyweight battle around the middle. You must be really proud of the way your forwards pulled you through there to allow people like Sean to play his skills on the back of that.
Yeah, I mean, the first 5 minutes set it all. Brad Ash, Sakai under the sticks. That's what we were good at. We've not worked much on the outsides, but I think I spoke to you before. All we've done for 6 weeks is the middles, and just get your platform right, and that season starts in March, so we'll get better at other things. But yeah, let's be honest, there was some hits, there's people on the floor. I mean, there's a lot of blow. You could tell it was the first game. Cramp, injuries, dead legs, and you know. But the tough lad, they don't get anything for this, and I don't think people appreciate what that takes out of you.
It's obviously taken a lot out of both teams, but from your point of view right now, you've got approximately 7 days to prepare for Halifax away. Just talk to us a little bit now. I mean, I know you're sort of giving that expression now, but what an opportunity that is for your players to go and showcase their skills next week.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. It's a massive thing for the club. We're going to travel up to Halifax. Obviously, Halifax are the favourites. But we played Featherstone here last year, and that was a 75-0. My goal as a team, as a coach, will be we're not having that kind of result. So we're going to work hard this week. They don't listen, they'll be sore, but we've got to get past that soreness by Thursday. So they'll have it, yeah.
Mike, thanks for joining us. All the very best for next week and the rest of the season.
No problem. Thanks for everything you've done. Thank you.
So there we have it, the post-match thoughts of both coaches and the player of the match here this afternoon. It's Thatto Heath that win this contest, 28 points to 24. A spirited comeback, a fight back there from the visiting side. But it's Thatto Heath who get through to the second round with a trip to Halifax. And of course the winners of that one have the carrot of the Catalan Dragons here. Do Thatto Heath dare to dream? Well, we'll find out over the course of the season. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you to Kevin Brown alongside me for this one. And do tune in to the Sportsman wherever our next game may be in the world of rugby league. Good night.
What a special atmosphere for one of the great occasions of any rugby league season. He's got the strength, he's got the speed. Drenched, dazzling in this wonderful, most famous and historic of competitions.